Writing is hard. Querying is hard. Submitting is hard. Publishing is hard. So there's one thing you have to keep near and dear to your heart if you want to make it.
Optimism.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Authors. I'm Mark Parsons. This is Wendelin Van Draanen. We're here to help you kind of sort out the craft and business of writing.
One thing almost every published author says about getting their journey for getting published is that they needed persistence. And at the core of persistence is optimism. Without optimism, you're going to give up. And so in order to be persistent, you have to figure out ways to stay optimistic. Partly, you want to surround yourself by people who are optimistic, who will help fuel that in you and keep you going.
One thing you can do is to kind of exercise your optimism muscle. And one way to do that is to celebrate the little victories. Maybe you finished a first draft. Maybe you finished a revision. Maybe you just finished a chapter. Maybe you've queried an agent. Maybe you've made a little submission list of a dozen agents to query. Maybe you got back a personalized response from an agent. Maybe you got back an R&R. Whenever anything like that happens, celebrate. Give yourself a little pat in the back and have a little celebration. Celebrate those little victories to kind of strengthen your optimism muscle.
So I may have over 30 books now, but I spent over 10 years trying to get my first book deal. And if I didn't have optimism in my life, I think I would never have made it. But a couple of things. Okay, one, Mark would tell me, today could be the day. You don't know that today isn't the day that someone says yes to you. And the way that you have the possibility of someone saying yes to you is if you do this thing that we called putting hope in the mail. So if you are out on submission, you're looking for an agent, you're looking for a place to place your work. If you have put it out there, there is the possibility that someone can say yes to you. So we call that just putting hope in the mail. Email, snail mail, doesn't matter. It's the idea of putting yourself out there so that someone can say yes to you. This gives you a sense of optimism, even though the odds of someone saying yes to you are pretty low. The more you put yourself out there, the more your odds increase. So, and if you have hope in the mail, you don't know that today isn't the day. Finding somebody who helps you, or a writing group that helps you feel optimistic, that tells you your work is good, that tells you, that they see potential in you, that makes you feel like you're on the right track and that there's hope for you. And then continuing to do the things that will make you feel like there's hope out there for you. That optimism that you feel as a result of having done those things is what gets you through day to day, week to week, month to month, until you achieve, with your persistence, you achieve your yes, you get your yes.
And once you become a writer, the need for optimism never goes away. It took me years to get published also. And right now, as we speak, I have a project on an editor's desk. And at this moment, I don't know if she's going to say, yes, I love it, or maybe it needs a little work, or maybe no freaking way do I want to deal with this. And then once you get published, you don't know how the book's going to be received, how it's going to do, so on and so forth. So you absolutely have to have optimism as one of the major tools in your toolbox if you want to sustain a career as a writer, period.
I actually think one of the ways to stay optimistic is to program your subconscious to optimism. And so I like affirmations. I like saying things like, I like my writing. But make your subconscious believe it by saying it out loud. I like my writing. People are going to love this story. You just tell yourself this. Say it out loud. People are going to love this story. I am going to keep hope in the mail. Say these things. I am going to keep hope in the mail. People will love this story. I like my writing. You say these things out loud, your subconscious will feel like buoyed by that, and it will help you persist and keep going. The affirmations should be things that you have control over, not things that rely on other people to make them true. So I like my writing.
I like your writing too.
So that's our quick little episode for this week. Thanks for stopping in to see us. Give us ideas in the comments about how you stay optimistic, how you keep going. What are some tips that you might have for other writers struggling to keep that feeling of optimism going? So, till next time, dream big, work hard, don't give up.
Keep writing and celebrate those little victories with coffee.
That's the whole preposition thing from my
Yeah,
mom.
you were raised by Dutch wolves.
Are there wolves in Holland?
Canal wolves.
Canal wolves.
Canal wolves, they swim along. Then they climb out and get a little lamb and get back in the water and swim along.
Yum, yum.